Welcome to AEW Unrestricted. We are the official podcast of All Elite Wrestling. You've got Aubrey, you've got Will. We're talking to all kinds of guests at AEW, on the screen, behind the scenes, all those sort of things. And if you're listening to this audio version, we come out every Thursday. And it's always good to hear all of the people that listen to the podcast, because it's like we got Dynamite Wednesday, we got Collision on the weekends. Sometimes Collision has been on Thursday recently. We got ROH. There's AEW everywhere. But then everyone who listens to this podcast, like, I love hearing about it. So thank you so much for telling us about it.
Yeah, I love hearing from the people who hit me up on a Thursday afternoon, because that tells me that you listened that Thursday morning. So you Thursday listeners, we appreciate you and we recognize you. But you Monday viewers, you're not left out either, because you're the guys who wait to catch the video version of the show and get to see Aubrey's beautiful mug, my okay mug, and
solid
and you get to see. You get to see us in all of our glory and see the fact that, you know, we've, of course, always got our Upper Deck trading cards, because AEW Unrestricted is sponsored in part by Upper Deck. Collect your favorite wrestlers in 2025 Upper Deck AEW and start your trading card collection today. Unwrap autograph memorabilia or premium tech inserts. Visit upperdeck.com to learn more. Of course, I've got my cards here, and
yes,
yeah.
One more thing, Will. One more thing. As we're opening up these, I wanted to remind people: don't forget, you can claim your free 2025 AEW All-In digital promo card. Free. Collect the digital promo card set from Upper Deck today. The set is only available until July 28th at 12 p.m. Pacific. So yes, we put the link in the show notes. Definitely get this. It's super fun and awesome. Upper Deck's just given us so much love here on Unrestricted. We want to support them as much as possible. And we've got some new packs we're opening today. So let's check this out. Ooh, first one I got is Shibata, who fun person in the ops. I love it. I love Shibata because he's one of those strong silent types, but he's actually really funny.
Mm-hmm. I got the Queen Aminata.
Ooh, love it. Who else do I got here? I got Will Ospreay, who recently was on All In Texas. Such an incredible wrestler, always fun to watch. I think number 3 on my mom's favorite list. By the way, if you're keeping count, I'm number 5. So I'm okay being behind Will Ospreay. Who else we got here? What do we got? Ooh, I got a Willow Nightingale, always a fun one to see. I actually had my friends come to the Kent show recently, and they said Willow was their favorite. Because they're like, she just seems like a fun person, and we really love her persona. And I'm like, fun fact, that is Willow all the time. She's wonderful and amazing.
The most genuinely accurate person when we talk about, you know, wrestling is somebody's genuine persona turned up. I would say Willow Nightingale is probably one of the most just that person. Like, when you see that person on TV and then you see her in real life, it's like, nope, this is about the same.
Speaking of people who take their persona and turn it up to 11, Will, who are our guests today?
Well, Aubrey, we are joined by one half of Win or Lose, We Booze. It is the Frat House with us today. Please welcome Jack Jameson, Cole Karter. Thanks for being here with us today.
Let me hear you say Frat House.
Oh my God.
Frat House. Look, all right, I'm in. All right, look,
Same.
It has been a blast watching you guys come together on Ring of Honor TV and make that one appearance on AEW TV so far. And so, how's it been? You guys came together this past February. It became an official thing. How did it all come together as a team in Ring of Honor?
Man, it's been fun, and it's been a little painful, to be honest. These pledge parties we've been doing, you know, we do them the night before the show. Maybe not the best planning on our ends. So we've been showing up. We've been having to wrestle a little hungover. As you saw on Dynamite, we had that trios match with the Ops. You know, we were out till 3 a.m. that night. These boys weren't in their best form. But, you know, next time we get a big match like that, we'll try to make sure to at least be back by, 1 a.m. the night before, so it's not too bad. And we'll be ready
Alternate a little bit more water in between all of that beer.
Yeah.
Just responsible. A
The
little bit more
tequila is
responsible.
what does it for you. The tequila is the worst part. So.
Oh, dude, it very much is. It's. Oh man, yeah. You learn that lesson when you're in your 20s, and then your 30s, you're like, oh God, no, please.
I'm learning so much.
Yeah, we just had a pledge party this past Tuesday in Seattle, and we all got so drunk we were so hungover. The next day at Dynamite, we actually weren't cleared to compete on the Dynamite
Yeah.
Collision double taping there. So
Yeah, doctor was like, "No way, guys! Like you're vomiting everywhere." So
Yeah, I've heard a rumor that the production team doesn't like cleaning vomit from mats because that was an issue also in Mexico.
we're
Someone
not
wasn't feeling good with the
favorite.
altitude.
we actually had some production guys come to a couple of our parties so far. They're interested in joining the frat house.
I heard, I
with
saw
it.
some pictures on Jamie, the cameraman, on his phone. He goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, look at this." And he showed me a video of you guys like, frat house. But there was like so many fans there. And I'm like, this is so great because I feel like people actually like resonate with this because so many people have either like been a part of the Greek system or have seen it portrayed in movie and film and television. I had like a fake frat in college that I was a part of because I was one of 4 girls in my class. So I just like lived at the house with the dudes and we had all the party at the beginning of the semester. So, I mean, I'm a big supporter of the Greek system.
Nice. So you're down. You're gonna have to come to one of our pledge parties then.
Oh, brother. I don't know if I can survive that. I got a long day the day after. So yeah, I kind of want to ask like how the 4 of you sort of came together because I feel like this sort of persona that you guys are in right now, like it makes so much sense for Vance. Like he's kind of always been this guy, but what were the conversations involved to kind of get you guys joined together? Cole, we'll start with you.
Well, I've knew Jameson since I started wrestling, and the party started before we were here, so we've always had the same like ideas and everything, and I think that's where me and him got together. Then Vance and Griff, they just came up through AEW, and we've met them through there, and we eventually just all started drinking together. So we do it every week. So.
And so honestly, Cole, you were actually kind of the most familiar with ROH at this point. Like you really had kind of an established presence on the show from the previous role, and with kind of Preston coming back into the fold, and Jameson kind of establishing a presence on the show. Did you kind of feel like you had a little bit of almost in your young role, a little bit of guidance in a sense?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's guidance in the right way. They it's good guidance, and it's not so much good guidance, but it's mostly good, and I'm glad to be with these guys. I was already with Griff before, and I learned just so much from him, and to be with Jameson and Advance now, it's great. I've learned so much, so it's good to be the young guy. And it's good. Like I get to mess up a lot too because you just blame my age,
This young kid.
Jameson can't do that.
No. He has to be the older, responsible one.
Yeah.
As we learned before this podcast, he was the one giving you the tech support to get on here. So it's like, okay, so we've established which one is the responsible one.
It's every day.
Which there's got to be one. There's got to be one in every group. So one of my favorite things is kind of how you guys have incorporated like your logo and your presence into literally everything, like the shorts you wear, the paddles you have. It's like everyone knows like, oh, this is Frat House. You've got these red Solo cups. This is phenomenal. Jameson, what happened with the merch? Like, how did this whole thing start?
I mean, honestly, like the shorts and the hat, like I just made this stuff on Amazon. I thought it looked cool. We would like it to become merch that we sell through the website. I think that's a good idea. Yep, wink. The paddle was Cole's idea. We wanted to throw everybody's names on there and keep it in.
Yep.
Rich Cavana made our gear and the paddle, and he helped. He sent some stickers. He's got some ideas for some solo cups we were thinking about getting into
Ooh.
soon here. The ping pong balls, we made those online as well, just custom order. We actually have to get some more of those. We ran out. Those are pretty popular, especially on indie shows. We bring them around, just chuck them at people's heads.
It's one of those things you can chuck at people and it's not going to actually hurt them, so everyone's okay with it.
Yes, and then of course we want everybody wearing the blue pledge shirts. We got some more shirt ideas coming out soon. So,
Ooh.
Frat House, we want to be some merch pushers around here, you know.
And how'd the theme music come about?
So Vance and I actually used the same song on the Indies. It's Burning Man by Watt and Post Malone. I was gonna say Post Malone. That's my Instagram name, but Post Malone. And that happened to just be one of our favorite songs each. And Cole and Griff were just kind of down for whatever. I think they were still using Griff's old song, that guitar riff from the '80s. That just being one of our favorite songs, one of our favorite artists, we asked T. Call, who did Vance's past song, which was really good. We asked him if he'd come up with something, and it was perfect. And he actually is the one that started the "Let Me Hear You Say Frat House," so everybody can blame him if they don't like it.
It fits. It genuinely does. I think that it is like the perfect blend of catchy and obnoxious in the right ways that you can hear the fans like they're like, all right, do we want to chant this because we know we're not supposed to like these guys, but at the same time we kind of feel like it's definitely it's got a gravitational pull, and you can feel it happening every week.
Frat house, everybody's singing along to it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Right. I feel like it's one of those things where even if you weren't a part of a frat house, you want to be a part of this one. So it's like, yeah, I want to sing it. I want to sing it. So speaking of which, let's talk about initiation a little bit. Is there any way that someone can like join the frat house, and what would the initiation process look like? Cole, let's start with you.
It's a lot of drinking for one. They got to be able to handle themselves and be able to go to the shows and make the show on time and go to the gym before that and, do everything they're supposed to do. Then they have to get whacked by the paddle by me at least 20 times.
20?
20.
Yeah. So, that's it. But most of it, or all of them so far, haven't made it past one. Like we throw them in these matches and we try to, that's their initiation, and they can even get through that. So
I love it. And, we've got a lot more with the Frat House here on AEW Unrestricted. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, there's going to be more conversation here. It's Aubrey and Will. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
It's AEW Unrestricted. It's Aubrey, it's Will, and we've got Jack Jameson and Cole Karter of the Frat House here. Both of your first time on the podcast, so thank you for joining us today. This has been really awesome.
Oh, thank you for having us. Sorry, we're a little hungover. We're still, I
think that's like your default state. It's okay. I think at this point we all understand.
Yeah,
that's almost just like almost like a default response to people. It's like, sorry, I'm hungover.
You have to stay in practice. So even when we go home, you have to keep drinking just so you don't fall off.
It's the
just
same
like
way
a neighbor just comes out, says hi, and you're just like, sorry, hungover.
Yeah, hey.
It's like the solo cups filled with coffee.
It's a pretty good cop out, to be honest. People understand it.
I love it.
I don't know if it's a hangover, if you're hangover like 24/7. So I don't know.
Or is it you're drunk 24/7?
Yeah.
It's either you're always drunk or you're always hungover. It's either one. That's part of the requirements to be in the frat house, too, is you have to always have some sort of blood alcohol content.
I love it. I think if I remember correctly, I was the one that was in sort of the match. I think it was Jacksonville when you guys were sort of forming together. I know, Jameson, you were sort of on the outside and kind of became a part of the match. I heard after the fact. I didn't see it at the time. And then you sort of kind of blossomed from that point. And I know you guys have had a couple wins. I think you guys had a win on ROH. That was your first one back in April. So talk about the importance of having like a few wins under the frat house belts, if you would say, Jameson.
As Cole said earlier, we've been buddies for a while. Vance was actually there when I started, so he kind of helped brought me into the business, and we were
Awesome.
drinking for a long time together. And I know Cole and Griff were together for a minute, so me and Griff got to know each other, and then they put Vance with Griff while Cole was injured. And I just noticed that they were kind of struggling to get some steam going and really get some traction together. But me having a personal relationship with all those guys, I thought maybe I could help them focus and kind of get it together. Because, like I said earlier, somebody's got to keep these boys in line. When it's just the three of them, they kind of get a little too out of control and let things get a little too wild. But I know, I've been doing this drinking thing a little bit longer than them, so I understand how to contain it when you need to, and we can figure this out. So when we got together, I was able to kind of help them piece it together when not to get too messed up, when to get a little more messed up. You got to figure out checks and balances. It's when are you going to drink White Claws and when are you going to drink tequila? You got to balance it out. But once we figured out
Time and a
that
place for
formula, we
everything.
did start picking up some wins. And then, once we picked up some wins, it was all about getting that confidence built up. And now we feel like we could become one of the strongest teams in Ring of Honor. And, hopefully you do see us more on Dynamite and Collision after we start racking up some wins. Lately we've been messing around with these Dark Order idiots. They've been I don't, they came to one of our parties the other night. I don't want to get too into it. You can find out on Ring of Honor. I'm sure they sent a cameraman and filmed it, so I'm sure you can check that out. But Dark Order's really been getting on our nerves lately, so we're gonna handle them eventually, and then we want to move on and maybe look at some titles. Get some gold in the frat house.
Well, talking about, a lot of times it is the wins that matter. But you guys got to have kind of a pretty high profile loss, specifically Cole and Griff in Detroit got to take on Rhino. And, that crowd was so hot for Rhino. They really were when he got the face off with Nick Wayne the night before. But then, when you guys were in there with him, again, they were just all over you guys. Got to talk about a little bit what that was like, having that kind of visceral response from the fans.
Man, Rhino Graham, that was crazy. When he walked out, I lost. I freaked out a little bit. You can't even see it in the match. Like on camera, they pan over to us, and you could see me go, "Oh shit!" That was crazy. I mean, Cole was in the match, so Cole can tell you more about it.
I was scared.
That was crazy.
Yeah. So since I was in the match, I was definitely scared watching him coming out. But with him in the hologram, that was hard, and we took the loss because Rhino, he just ate us alive, and Jameson's lucky he was out there on the side.
Yeah, Griff didn't even actually end up going out with us that night. His ribs were, he took that gore. He had to stay home.
Just had to stay home, nurse an injury. It's like, all right, guys, I'm going to skip one. Totally understandable.
First time ever.
Right? All right, so you guys are first. Cole, I want to talk a little bit about kind of your history, because you've been around AEW a little bit. I know you wrestled back in Dark back in April of 2021. And you have kind of a longer history. I know you did some time in NXT. You've been in AEW, ROH, coming back from injury, all these sort of things. What would you say is sort of the biggest thing you've learned lesson-wise up to this point that may or may not help you in the frat house, but definitely helps you in the ring?
I'd say just patience. And that works in ring and outside the ring of everything. Just patience is a huge thing. I've never been good with that. I've always been impatient. It's just need to relax, and I need to be told that every day. Just relax, kid. So.
And then Jameson, when you came into AEW, you came in under the name Jameson Ryan. Got to talk about how that evolved over time into who we know today as Jack Jameson.
So my first time ever in AEW, I was a de facto member of the Factory, and I got chokeslammed by Paul White on Dynamite. So thanks for that, QT. But I ended up coming up with my Savage Sauce, which was like 1,000 milligrams of caffeine. So it just gets you a little too hyped up. And, obviously, a little bit jacked here. I'd like to think
A little bit.
so myself. But when you're drinking that much caffeine and you look the way I do, you'll get a little too confident. And I guess you name yourself Jack Jameson. But I'm kind of stuck now because now I have to maintain this look for the rest of my career. I'm screwed.
Right? It's one of those like, man, it's great in the moment, but oh man, like what have I gotten myself into?
I do have a backup plan. I could always go the Fat Thor route where I just kind of blow up and then we have to have the frat house guys help me get back in shape. I thought that could be fun.
I was just thinking the same thing. If anything, you could continue to call yourself Jack Jameson as in the Fat Thor role, right? And then it's just like they're just continuing to be like, you're like, no, I'm still Jack Jameson. They're like, okay, guy.
Yeah, I still got arms. That's all right.
There's something maybe kind of over it, hiding them, but they're still there. Muscles are still there, bro. I love it. Speaking of which, I mean, you've sort of blended like comedy, the jackness, intensity into your style. Was this sort of always the plan? Did it evolve with your experience? Like, I know we say in wrestling, like the best characters are sort of you turned up to 11, but like how, Jameson, have you sort of like become your role, I guess?
Well, so my coaches are QT and Billy Gunn, Ray Lloyd, who's Glacier, and Dr. Luther also helped out a little bit. So when you combine those four personalities, I guess this is what you get.
Oh my God, you're right.
That's
yeah. I guess thinking about the four of them specifically, and it's like I guess if you did kind of throw them into a blender, and then it's like Jack Jameson came out.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe the fans don't know some of these guys backstage so well, but I know you guys do. So that's, but Billy Gunn, big, suck it guy, daddy ass, in your face, jacked. QT can be a little more serious, but he does have that fun side. Ray Lloyd, one of the nicest guys in the business you'd ever meet. Always gets along with everybody, just likes to have a good time. And everybody knows Dr. Luther is a whack job.
He's a little bit more reserved now that he's sort of become this mute butler type person. But yes,
I don't know if Tony's feeding him martinis to keep him sedated or what's going on there.
I think it's one of those like when you Google him like Luther and you're like, wait, everything was black and white, but what is all this blood from back in the day? What's all this red?
Oh man, that's crazy.
Pay no attention to that. Pay no attention to that.
Yeah, that is not something I'm going to be picking up from him.
Right.
Well, one of the things I did want to ask you about, Jameson, is one of the things you've picked up, which is the microphone and being on the microphone. Got to talk about a little bit of developing the comfort on the microphone and why that became kind of your thing.
I mean, since I started, I've kind of been like the mouthpiece of. I've had my own indie group when I started. It was Body Guy University. So I like to think the Frat House is just an extension of that, which was also
trend here.
Dr. Luther came up with the Body Guy University idea. So I'll tell you everything you need to know how that started. But I've always been comfortable running my mouth. I was a bartender and a personal trainer for like 12 years. So I'm just very comfortable in front of big groups of people and having to talk very loudly, I guess. So it just kind of comes naturally. People ask if I get nervous when I have to cut a promo. Not really. I'm just kind of doing what I've always done my whole life. But it's fun. That's the entertainment, the segments and the pre-tapes and the backstage stuff. That's like my favorite part, which is good because, that's for me, the most entertaining part of the show. That's what gets you into the matches and the storylines and the characters. So I love that I can provide that for this group.
Right? It gets you a little bit, what you don't get in the ring, because I mean, sometimes your matches are a little short, but it gives people an opportunity to get to like know you guys a little bit more and know your dynamic. And that's one of the great things about the Frat House is that all of you are so different, but you work so well together. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. We got to take a quick break. We're hanging out with the Frat House, one half of the Frat House, Jameson, Cole Karter. We'll be right back.
AEW Unrestricted. It's Aubrey, it's Will, and we are here with one half of the Frat House. Sorry that we're missing Preston Vance and Griff Garrison, but we do have Cole Karter, Jack Jameson here. And I kind of want to talk a little bit about Cole specifically. Again, you've been teaming with Griff for quite a while. It predates the Frat House, but nonetheless, you guys were very much an established entity in Ring of Honor. How did you kind of start to find the chemistry with Griff, and how did that kind of all start to come together? When did you guys finally realize that you were starting to mesh as a team?
So I was with Maria Kanellis for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Then she started to like Griff and made me very jealous. But I'm okay over it now. But she made me and Griff a tag, and eventually, like month after month, we just kept getting better and better and building chemistry together. And now I think we're ready for some tag titles, me and Griff. But Maria did help a lot, and I thank her for most of the work me and Griff have done today.
One of the things I really love about Griff and just working with him from way back in the pandemic is I feel like he has a really good memory. Like he kind of keeps track of everything that's sort of happening in the match, almost like the ring general at sometimes. So I kind of wanted to get into it a little bit. Like, do you guys sort of play different roles in a match? Because obviously having 4, there's different combinations. You can pair off into tags, you can pair off into trios, you could have an 8-man if you needed to. Like, is there sort of particular roles that you guys are looking to play when you're in a match?
It's definitely with me and Griff. Griff's, like you said, yeah, he's the ring general. Like he's making sure everything is like in place and everything, and making sure where I need to be. And but I'd say I'm like the athlete. Like I do all the flips, the fancy drop kicks and everything, and that's what I do. And of course, Jameson's the mic piece and everything, and he likes to run his mouth, and he's the one who gets us in trouble.
Yeah. We're starting shit today.
He's not wrong.
Advance is the big powerhouse, throw guys everywhere. So that's how we all come in.
So Cole, being that you've had so much, and at such a young age too, but you've had so much TV experience with AEW in Ring of Honor, and then again prior to that, you had kind of made your way around. So far, what has been kind of that almost light bulb experience you've had that's kind of got you on track to where you are today?
So I had a match with Darby Allin a couple years ago. It's like, I think 2 years ago now. And like that match and just hearing the crowd reactions and everything, like them hating me. I think that's when I was like, okay, I figured it out. Just the crowd is everything. And just, I learned so much just through the crowd.
Hell yeah. Jameson, we obviously talk about you being in the gym, but dropping that you were a personal trainer is kind of awesome, and also like makes all the sense in the world. So I want to know what a week of training and prep looks like for you, because obviously you're kind of counterbalancing all of the calories that come in with alcohol. Like, what is the thing that you sort of focus on in the gym to keep your physique the way that it is?
So with the drinking, we keep it to tequila and water. So very little calories, very healthy. That's how you maintain the abs. I do go to the gym every day. I know people say you're supposed to take a rest day. I don't believe in that. I think as long as you switch up the body parts, you're good. So like I'll go in one day and do chest. I'll do lats, like outer back. Then I'll do shoulders. I'll do legs. I'll do like the middle back, like the inside of your back. And then I'll do arms. And then you just start over. I'll start with like 45 minutes of cardio. I'll do like 45 minutes of stretching. And I'll do like 2 hours of lifting. And then I'll do like 20 minutes of abs. And then I'll do the sauna and then the hydro bed. There's like a little massage water bed thing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and that's it.
That's it. 6 hours a day. No big deal. You can do it too.
Yeah, and then diet, you just try to eat healthy, like chicken, rice, beef, pasta, things like that. But also, if I want some pizza, I just work out for 5 hours every day. I'm gonna have a slice of pizza. It's not gonna affect me that much.
I like that. Yeah, you have to indulge, right?
Yeah, especially when you're drunk. You're not, you're just gonna order Taco Bell. You're not gonna go make chicken and rice.
Well, so so talk a little bit about how you've blended kind of comedy, power, and intensity in your style. Like, was that always the plan, or did it evolve with experience?
That's just kind of like the wrestling that I like. I like comedy. I like the strong guys, the body guys. It's always kind of been my thing. What I gravitate towards. I like the big personalities, big characters. You're never gonna see me have a pure rules match, even though I've pitched it multiple times. I want to wrestle Lee Moriarty.
Mm.
I think I would be great at that, but I don't think anybody sees me in that division other than myself.
Hey,
uh,
if you
I
don't
was gonna
believe
say,
your own hype, like
I was gonna say, you say I don't see you in a pure rules match, but actually, that's like exactly almost what it's built for.
See? All right, well, Washington, let's set this up. Give me that match with Lee. He knows I want him. I'm
Like,
telling him every time I see him.
like genuinely, like those are those moments where you want to show, like, okay, yeah, you know me as one thing, but once I step in this pure rules match, you see I've got something else to me. Like that's that leveling up that kind of almost everybody I think I've had that conversation with at some point where it's like, hey, step into a pure rules match. Let's see you hang in there with Lee Moriarty. Let's see what else you've got there. And then it's
Right.
like, okay, then that makes the fans go, oh, I thought he was one thing, but now he's another.
Hey, I don't have to out grapple him. I just have to beat him.
Yeah.
And I got
Just,
ways to
sit
win,
on
you
him.
know?
I love that. It's genius. I know we're sort of like leaning towards the end of this podcast a little bit, so I kind of want to do a little bit of reflection. Cole, you've had a lot of experience working solo with tags and all this sort of stuff. If you were to talk to the indie version of Cole Karter today, like back when you first started, what's sort of the big lesson that you've learned, the knowledge that you would want to bestow on a younger version of yourself?
So just what I said earlier, just hang on, just be patient. Even when you get there, be patient, and everything's going to work out. Just keep doing what I was doing. I mean, I just keep lifting and keep training and keep doing everything I was working hard in the Indies, and I was proud of what I did. Yeah, I would tell them good job, to be honest.
Aw.
Yeah.
Keep going, youngster.
Yeah.
And then,
man.
and then my final question to you guys, because again, I want to take it all back to that May 28th Dynamite, and that, of course, Ring of Honor really got to build who the Frat House is, but that Dynamite really got to be a lot of people's first exposure to what the Frat House brings to the table. What do you hope, when it's all said and done, people take away from what the Frat House was?
For me, I mean, I just want people to realize that we like to have fun and we're gonna party, but we're also here to win. We're not. We are gonna come in with a hangover sometimes, but we are still focused. We feel like we can still get it done. We know how to control ourselves when we have to, and we want some titles. We want victories, but it's all about fun for us. But it is, win or lose, we booze, but we do also want to win. We don't want to just lose and go booze. We want to celebrate victories. We don't want to celebrate losses all the time.
Exactly. Oh my God. Yes. And I mean, we brought up Billy Gunn before, but one of my favorite quotes from Billy that he ever told me was, if it's not fun, why the hell are we doing it?
Yes, he says
and I
that
feel
almost
like you
literally
guys,
every single day.
right. Like I think that's my favorite part about you guys, is that you embody that idea of wrestling at the end of the day is supposed to be fun. We're here, we're being a, escape for people, whether like it doesn't have to be serious all the time. You can just go out and party with your friends, but then also come back and have awesome matches. And I think you guys are just doing that really, really well. And it's really great every time I see you guys on Ring of Honor doing your promos, win or lose, you're killing it, guys. So I just really, really appreciate you all being on here and talking with us today about a little bit about the Frat House and giving us some insight.
Awesome. Thank you so much. This was
Thank you,
a
guys.
lot of fun. We'd love to come back with Griff and Vance. Maybe we'll do some shots on the next one.
Oh, buddy, I mean, the time we're recording this, it's like 8 a.m. over where I am, so I don't know if I
Yeah,
can.
that's good enough. Thumbs up.
I'll just be supportive. I'll sit in the background like, Frat House. Awesome.
Hey, after 8 a.m., you're clear. You start drinking.
Oh.
It's good to go.
It's noon somewhere, right?
8 a.m. for the Frat House. That's all you need.
Oh, buddy. All right. Well, you can follow Jack Jameson on X at Jack Jameson and at Posed Malone, which is my favorite name ever on Instagram. Cole Karter at Real Cole Karter on Instagram and X. You can follow the other guys, find them there. They're all great. All of them are fantastic. AEW Unrestricted is sponsored in part by, where's it? Upper Deck. Yes, you can collect your favorite wrestlers in the 2025 Upper Deck AEW. Start your trading card collection today. You can unwrap autograph memorabilia, premium tech inserts. Visit upperdeck.com to learn more. Follow this podcast. Oh, look, it's me. You can listen to and follow this podcast, AEW Unrestricted, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all of the podcast apps, wherever it is you listen to podcasts. Check out the video episode and just see how jacked these guys are. Just follow us on YouTube at AEW Unrestricted. Hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. And if you're not an AEW insider, you can get early access to ticket pre-sales, special merchandise offers, and more straight to your inbox. Sign up today, AEWTIX.com. AEW Dynamite is on TBS Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. and streaming on Max. Collision is also on TNT and streaming on Max. ROH, where you can catch these guys all the time, streams Thursday on Honor Club. I'm Aubrey Edwards with my co-host, Will Washington. Thank you so much for listening. Peace out, everybody. Frat House, Frat House.
Let me hear you say Frat House.